Talk about what the cosmos are going to be delivering for us for our personal and collective lives in 2018 is astrologer and spiritual teacher Gahl Sasson. Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Welcome back to Israel. I can't believe it was already like 4 months ago. You're like, I'm going to be back in January. Yeah. So how, in your opinion, what's January been like in general? I mean, a lot of energy shifts. Has it been positive, hard?
I think that what we forget is that January 1st, nothing really happens, astrologically speaking. It's pretty random to start the year there, except that January is named after Janus, the god that has two heads, one looking at the past and one looking at the future. He was the god of portals for the Romans. So whenever you cross over, it's like almost like the mezuzah for the Romans. But really, the astrological year 2018 started in October, when Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, moved into Scorpio, the planet of sexuality, intimacy. And right when Jupiter moved in there, we started the Me Too campaign. Right then. And Jupiter is all about bringing into the light. Scorpio is sexuality and power struggles.
And so like taboo and like hidden stuff, right?
So it started in Hollywood, which projected it all over the world. It was in politics very strongly. And it's going to continue all the way until November. So this year is the year to discover your passion, because Scorpio is all about passion. And the concept of astrology is that you don't have to be a victim of astrology. You can work with astrology. If you become more a Scorpio this year, then you'll benefit from Jupiter being in Scorpio.
Right.
So being Scorpio means more transformative, sexual, intimate, believe in magic, help other people make money.
And more people having awakening, spiritual awakenings as well.
Because it's all about magic and transformation. And also, in the 20th of December, which is about, 2 weeks ago, Saturn, which is the planet of karma, in Kabbalah it's associated with the tikkun, fixing, remedies, has moved into Capricorn. Now, when that happens, it's happening every 30 years, it's a time that we can erase all karma. Karma in Sanskrit is action and reaction. So we get a chance to have a clean slate, open a new page on your computer, in a sense. And that allows us to basically stay away from our past mistakes, which is good. The only problem with Saturn in Capricorn is that whatever you do immediately is registered.
Interesting, I see. And there's also so much Capricorn. I mean, we have Pluto, which is transformation. I mean, it could go with the good. Like, how do you? It also is seeing, right? It represents government, political systems, currencies.
Because when Pluto moved into Capricorn in 2008, we had the Great Recession. Now, so Saturn is joining Pluto, and it's going to be very, very strong in Capricorn. And Capricorn is all about establishment and the change of establishment. So we can see a lot of changes in politics in the next 2-3 years. And also very dramatic this year in May 25, May 15 it's actually started, but we're going to feel it all the way from May to October, is Uranus, the planet of crazy wild energy, moving into Taurus. Taurus is money. Taurus is finance. Uranus is innovation, technology. You're going to have AI economy for the next 10 years. For example, before Uranus was in Aries. You had the Arab Spring. You had the rise and hopefully the fall of ISIS. Now we're going to have some changes in fashion, in music. The economy is going to move more and more towards artificial intelligence. There's going to be new invention. But be aware of bubbles, especially Bitcoin.
Right, that's what I was going to say. So what does that mean for the cryptocurrency, you think?
It's going to be, I feel that something going to really be bursting with Bitcoin, and there's going to be others. And also watch in Europe, because in Europe in May 25, I think, they're going to have the new data protection law that is going to come, and it's going to change the face of the internet. And that's precisely the time.
It's so amazing how precise astrology is. Like, I'm the biggest proponent. I mean, it is really precise, but also isn't Taurus also the earth? Are we, because like I'm just seeing in stories more fun, well, like natural disasters, but also more tools to like biofuel and like recycling.
What we expect, especially around the ring of fire, to have more movement with the earth. The earth is going to start shaking, moving around. Climate, of course, is going to continue changing, because Mother Nature is very much associated with Taurus. And the other thing that we have this year are very interesting eclipses that fall right on the holiday of love, the biblical holiday of love. The 27th of July is going to be Tu B'Av, which is an eclipse that happens every 19 years, but it never happens right on the holiday of love.
Wow.
That has to do with awakening love and happiness. And Aquarius is all about revolutions. So you're going to have the energy of my love versus our connection to our communities, governments, organization. And also, we're going to have an eclipse one day after Valentine's Day. So it's interesting that this whole year
all of these themes, but with that is like you have the collective destinies going toward Leo. So it's like finding your heart, but also finding your heart to heal the collective.
Community, precisely.
Right.
It's my will versus our will and how we can all put it together. And also this year, which is interesting, especially if you do business in China and you work with China, which is most of us. If you don't work with China, you probably work with somebody that does work with China.
Right.
And for the Chinese, this is the year of the dog. And even if you don't believe in it, because 2 billion people do believe in it, it's going to affect us, like attract like. So if we project a dog into the consciousness, there's going to be a dog there, even if it wasn't before.
So does this explain why I always see orange and white dogs? And I was born the year of the dog, so
precisely.
like.
And also, it's a good year for the year of the dog, of course. Anybody who's a dog is going to have a good year. But also, the dog is interesting because it talks about protection, it talks about home, it talks about getting much more protective, but it's also paranoia and it's also pessimism. And we have Saturn in Capricorn, which is very pessimistic, and then we have the year of the dog that's kind of pessimistic. So we're going to have to get a little bit more cheering, especially from November, actually, when Jupiter moves to Sagittarius, which is the sign of optimism, things are going to move much better. And the year of the dog is starting right on the eclipse. So that means that for the Chinese, this is a very eventful year. And the more you can behave like a dog, which is loyal, honest, cuddly, you're right, touchy, the better the year will be for you. And for example, if you can do something for dogs, that's why I decided when I published my ebook on the year of the dog and I put it in Amazon so all your readers can look it up in my name, the proceeds go to dog.
Amazing.
And that's my way of doing it. But everybody here can do something for dogs. And the more you connect to the archetype of dog, the easier it will be for you to navigate the year of the dog.
It's really fascinating. So overall, a good year, or more, would you say overall big picture, like just a transitional year?
It's explosive year. And on top of everything, 2018 in numerology is 11. And 11 is a master number. So it allows us to become a master in something. And in Kabbalah, 11 is a master number because it's the one looking at oneself in the mirror. It's God looking at creation. It's our ability to see God in everyone we see. So this year is full of potential. It can go explosive. You know, all of the Mercury retrogrades, for example, are happening during fire signs. So again, it's igniting a lot of movement. And we have even Mars retrograde, the god of war, between June 26 to August 27. You know, I checked historically speaking, whenever you start a war in Mars retrograde, you lose. For example, Yom Kippur War started in Mars retrograde.
Wow.
So be careful not to start or instigate any problem, any issues, any conflicts in a sense.
All right, Gahl, thank you so much. And he is going to be speaking about 2018 in more depth at the Talk House here in Tel Aviv, Sunday at 9 p.m. Go to CosmicNavigator.com for more information on all of his conferences and seminars, world traveler that you are. Thank you.